I just started a brand new free-to-play account for the Ace Attack on Titan collab, and this is my experience so far. Now, the very first thing that I just recently done is I went through some of the chapters. I went through Chapter 1 on Easy, on Common, Chapter 2, 3, 4, and most of 5, and then I switched over to Hard Difficulty and went through some of that as well. Now, these chapters are pretty boring unless it's your first time going through it. Nothing really too exciting in the adventure, and let me show you the team. This has been my team, and it's served me really, really well. Zachary is level 30, Connor is level 30 as well, Celine is also level 30, and the Wolf is level 20, and the Wolf is only there just for the counterattack buff, and that's what's been getting me through most of these stages. Now, the very first thing that I did when I hit level 10 on my free-to-play account is I went and claimed myself all of these codes. Coming up to the mailbox, as you can see, I've got a ton of new codes. Unclaimed quest rewards, I just claimed this one. Welcome. There's a bunch of stuff here. There's a bunch of stuff here. And as you can see, I got lots of goodies that I haven't claimed, and I will post all of these codes for you. So if you are new or if you are returning, most of these codes work. A couple of them expired, but here are all the codes. 2 of my community members in my Discord were kind enough to compile all these and put them together. These codes, most of these codes have been floating around for a very long time. Some of them are fairly new. A couple of them are expired, with the newest code being ACEAOTC. That is the new code for level 30 and below. Feel free to go through all of these codes one by one, as I have done. MerryChristmas one expired. There's a couple other ones that expired as well. Most of these codes you need to be level 10, your account level 10. There's a couple of codes that you need to be account level 15 that I have not claimed, but for the most part, all of the codes are still there. Now, once you've gone through, got all your quests, you can go ahead and claim all of these rewards. Lots of goodies just in time for the Attack on Titan collab with Ace, and of course the special summons with Attack on Titan heroes as well. So this is going to be my free-to-play account. I am going to pop shards very, very sparingly, and we're going to see what we can do. I am working on some free-to-play content as well, so that's going to be good. Some dungeon guides, some free-to-play dungeon guides. And there we go, my second Zachary. That's going to be awesome. He was absolutely free. So that was, if you're wondering what code that was, feel free to go through the list. I believe that code was Whosyourdaddy with no spaces, and that gives you a nice Zachary. Zachary has been amazing, and he's done a lot. Now, if you are just starting out, or if you've played and you've made a new account, you're coming back, made a new account, there's been a few changes. Newbie summons are completely gone now, and of course, everything looks different, as you can tell. Newbie summons are completely gone, which is kind of sad. I really enjoyed the newbie summons. If you don't know what those were, we got 5 10 shard pulls, and we got to pick one of those 10 pulls. So we got to pick one of the 5 10 pops, and that was amazing. And right now, we have Garel. That is the newbie summon Garel. You don't really have much of a choice, so that is unfortunate. The other thing, of course, is the event prep. If you are just starting out, there's the event prep. So we'll get some free resources here as well as we continue to log into this account. And then we also have a glorious return event coming up. I will touch on that in another video very, very shortly, most likely right after this one. The glorious return event is going to be for returning players who have not played 21 days or longer. There are lots of resources there. You're not going to want to miss it. Jumping back out to the main screen, as you see, I've made a little bit of progress there. I've made some path to growth progress as well. Not a whole lot, 17 points, not a lot. And what's been really working is Zachary has been carrying the team. Now, if you are brand new, the very first thing you want to do is come up here to this box here, and you want to go to portrait mode, and you want to go to stack. This is going to be much better visually, so you can see more heroes in a smaller space. Now, right now, here's my Zachary. He is a level 30. I haven't done much with him. I did work on the first glyphs. That was part of the missions. Went and farmed that in Chapter 2, and now we are working on level 2 glyphs. Now, what's been carrying me in this team, if you are brand new and you are struggling, what's been helping me out is this level 3 sword that I've leveled to 6. And the main focus for me is to try to get crit rate. Right now, as you can tell, I got a rage helmet, And I also got a rage piece of armor, which is giving me plus 12% crit rate. It's not a lot, but it is helping. Also, some speed boots to help him go a little bit faster so we're not going behind the mobs. And the main thing you want to focus on that I want to touch on, if you are brand new, I've been seeing lots of questions going around, lots of comments going around. How do I build certain heroes? How do I build this hero? How do I build that hero? What do I do? The main thing to focus on, especially if you are brand new, is their crit rate. If you look at all of their detailed stat page and you look at their crit rate, you want to strive for 100% crit rate, because this gives your hero a chance to land a critical strike, which deals 150% regular damage. So if your crit rate is at 100%, that means all of your hits will do 150% extra damage multiplied with the crit damage. There's a formula in there somewhere, but if you don't have your crit rate at 100%, crit damage doesn't matter because you're never going to crit. So that is the main focus. The next thing that I'm going to be working on and that you should be focusing on is, of course, leveling your heroes. And this takes some pumpkins. You can also use other heroes, but considering I don't have very many heroes, I'm going to be using pumpkins for this, and I'm going to level Zachary to level 40 so I can continue progressing and I can start farming some better gear, because the higher star gear, not sure if I mentioned, as you see, I have 1-star gear, I have some 2-star gear and 3-star gear. The higher stars, the better, especially when it comes to your weapon, because not only does it start with higher stats, it also maxes out with higher stats as well. Jumping into Chapter 2 on hard mode, let's go ahead and look at the team. I don't have a whole lot going on, but I want to talk about the turn order if you are new. Now, for spells, I am using the Resurrection spell and the Healing spell, which is most likely not needed, but since everybody has almost no gear, that is what I'm using to carry me through. Alright, starting out the battle on manual turn order. Connor goes first. Why does Connor go first? To put buffs on everybody, and he uses his special automatically, and he does that on purpose. Go ahead and buff everybody up. That gives Zachary a lot more attack, because now he has extra attack. He's got 30% extra attack just from buffs, so you want Connor going first. And to achieve that, if you need to put him in speed boots, once you get there, you can do that. So be mindful of the turn order. The other thing I want you to notice is right down here on the bottom, you can tell that Celine and the wolf are going after the enemies. Ideally, you want them going before the enemies, but right now I can't get enough gear for the wolf, and that is what I'm striving towards. So that is the turn order. If you are brand new into this game, that is how you do it. Number 1, you focus on turn order. And number 2, you focus on some gear and try to build your crit rate for your attack damage dealing heroes. Connor could use crit rate. He does not really need it. He is a buffer slash healer, so he doesn't need a ton of crit rate. But the reason this comp works really well is because Connor is fire, Zachary is fire, Celine is water, and I am missing a wood hero. However, I am using the wolf for the counterattack because that allows Zachary to do a little bit more damage with the counterattack, and that's kind of helping me. So the wolf puts up his counterattack when Zachary takes damage. He also does that when he gets a kill, his passive procs, and he takes another turn when another enemy dies. And it's been very, very nice, especially with the counterattacks, as you see there, the wolf counterattacking. Now, the wolf doesn't have any gear. Celine doesn't really have much gear either. Right now, I'm relying solely on Zachary and Connor to allow me to progress through the game. And as we continue to get glyphs, our heroes will get stronger. That is going to be my next focus. Alright, so once you've done some of that, the next focus for you, if you are brand new, is going to be glyphs. If you click on any of these glyphs, it'll actually tell you, go ahead and come over here, click on this picture here, and this will tell you where you can get them. Now, I am currently not up to Adventure 3.5 hard on my free-to-play account. This is brand new. It's 1 day old. I didn't really do much with it. But if we look at some of the other heroes, you can see some of these glyphs are available. And if we want to farm more, it'll show us where we can farm it, and we can click right on that to take us right to where we can farm that glyph. After you're done farming your glyphs, you want to work on the abilities. Abilities cost gems to upgrade, but they'll make your heroes hit a lot harder, and they'll make your heroes a lot stronger. And if we look, we can actually either run this dungeon. If I click on that, that'll take me right to the dungeon. or we can actually synthesize it now. Right now, I don't have enough to synthesize, but you can also synthesize some of these with some lower gems as well. So that is going to be the next priority for me, and I'm going to continue climbing with this free-to-play account and enjoying the progress. The other thing that you want to do as a brand new player is come over here to the market. You want to click on that, and you want to buy as many resources as you can, some of your diamonds, more specifically these 3 summoning crystals, which you can buy every week. They are a little bit pricey, but they are much cheaper than if you were to buy regular crystals on the bottom here. Usually they are 150. However, you can buy 3 for 100 each. Then you want to buy some resources as long as you have the diamonds. There we go. We bought all our pumpkins. We bought some of the summoning resources. And then that is going to do it for now. I would not recommend buying any more. But you can also get really good things in the gold shop, including glyphs and gear charms to level your gear. This was a very brief overview if you are brand new or if you are free to play, if you've never played a game like this. I know there are lots of new players just coming into the game specifically for the Attack on Titan collab. And if you've never played before, I strive to make videos that will help you along the way and will get you progressing much faster. If you've enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you want to continue seeing the free-to-play progress, as well as some more tips and dungeons for free-to-play players, some more dungeon comps. That is something I am working on. And of course, I do regular guides on my regular account, but my main account is mid-late game. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Something new, something fresh, a brand new player's perspective just coming into the game. If you are coming into the game for the very first time, leave me a comment down below and say, hey Bear, this is my very first time playing the game. And if that's you, welcome to Ace. I'll see you in game. That's going to do it for me. For more BearCozy videos, check out the top right.